Tariffs have been all over the news lately. Tariffs affect a lot of purchases and sales across many different industries. But will it affect real estate in the United States? And if so, how and when? A tariff is a tax imposed by a country on imported goods, meaning goods from other countries. To simplify, tariffs make foreign products more expensive, which encourages people and businesses to buy more domestic-made products instead. In our case, tariffs are meant to encourage the purchase of American goods over goods from other countries. Sometimes it's about protecting local industries. Sometimes it's about trade negotiations. Either way, tariffs can cause big ripple effects through the entire economy. And yes, that includes real estate. Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona, and today we are talking about how tariffs could affect the housing market here in Tucson and, of course, the rest of the country. Hit the like and subscribe buttons to follow along with Tucson news and learn more about things to do and see and know about this city, my hometown. And when you or a friend are ready to purchase or sell a Tucson home, I would love to assist. All my contact information is in the description below each video on this channel. We have over 1,000 videos out about Tucson and real estate on this channel, so explore the rest after this one. And don't forget to make a comment about tariffs in the comment section below this video. I know you want to. So the first and the most obvious way tariffs impact housing is by raising the cost of building materials. When tariffs are added to imported goods, like Canadian lumber, Chinese steel, or even European windows, the price builders pay for materials goes up. Guess what? Those costs don't just disappear. Builders either raise home prices to cover for them, or they stop building altogether. We saw a real-life example of this starting in 2017, when tariffs on Canadian softwood lumber were imposed. According to the National Association of Home Builders, these tariffs added about $9,000 to $12,000 to the price of a typical new construction single-family home. For buyers already struggling with affordability, that was a big deal. And it wasn't just lumber. Steel tariffs affected appliances, roofing materials, and even nails. But it's not all bad news. The goal of tariffs isn't just to raise prices. It's to protect and grow American industries. When foreign producers flood the U.S. market with cheaper goods, it can wipe out American competitors. Tariffs give domestic companies a chance to compete, to modernize their equipment, and to hire more workers. New factories opening, old plants expanding, and new jobs being created are all potential long-term benefits. And a strong manufacturing sector is great for the housing market because good jobs means more buyers. Over time, we could see new construction materials made in America, which could ultimately drive costs down again and reduce our dependence on foreign suppliers. It's a cycle. Short-term pain, long-term gain. By the way, America has done this before. In the 1800s, high tariffs helped industries like steel and textiles grow strong. That industrial boom laid the groundwork for the explosion in American home ownership. But let's talk about the second thing tariffs do to change up the real estate market. Tariffs can disrupt supply chains. This means builders might have a hard time getting enough drywall, countertops, plumbing fixtures, you name it. We all saw during the pandemic of 2020 just how fragile global supply chains are. Tariffs can act like another layer of pressure. When key materials are difficult or more expensive to import, it slows down construction timelines. And here's where it gets interesting. Supply chain disruptions force innovation. In response, builders and developers might start sourcing material from U.S. companies instead of overseas, look for alternative materials, or even invest in modular or prefabricated homes that require fewer imports. This shift toward local production and innovation could revolutionize American home building over the next decade. Imagine if your next home was built with 90% American-made materials, faster, less expensive, and more sustainable. That's a future that tariffs could help push us toward. Companies like Plant Prefab and Blue Homes are already leading the way in prefab building innovation. The more self-sufficient our housing industry becomes, the less vulnerable it is to global instability. But lastly, tariffs often create broader economic uncertainty. If global trade slows down, or if other countries retaliate, it can lead to inflation, slower growth, and higher interest rates, all of which are bad for real estate in the short term. Buyer confidence drops when people feel unsure about their jobs or their finances. And when confidence drops, fewer people buy homes and the market cools off. But here's the upside. Tariffs if used carefully, can rebuild the foundation of the American economy. Protecting key industries can mean higher wages, more secure jobs, and a stronger middle class. And guess what the middle class loves to do? Buy houses. We've seen this before also. After World War II, America invested heavily in its own industries: steel, automobiles, manufacturing. These jobs created the wealth that fueled the biggest homeownership boom in US history. If tariffs today help re-strengthen American industries, we could eventually see more first-time buyers entering the market, stable or growing home prices, and even more investment in small towns and cities, not just the big metro areas. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Tariffs have to be targeted and temporary to be effective. If they're too broad or last too long, they could harm growth instead of sparking it. It's all about balance. The right tariffs at the right time on the right industries could give America and the housing market a real boost. The wrong ones could cause more harm than good. So yes, tariffs can shake up the housing market, but sometimes shaking things up is exactly what's needed to build something stronger and more lasting. How do you think tariffs will affect the real estate market in the long term? Toss your comments in the comment section below this video, even the controversial ones. I'd love to hear your thoughts. When you or anyone you know is ready to buy or sell a home here in Tucson, Arizona, I'd love to help you out. All my contact information is in the description below each video on this channel. I'm a born and raised Tucsonan with the in-depth community knowledge to help guide you in your home buying journey. I have an extensive marketing package if you're thinking of selling your home. I feature all of my listings on this channel, along with hundreds of other videos on the channel about things to do and see and know about this city, my hometown, so make sure you're checking out my other videos and consider liking and subscribing on your way out the door. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next Tucson video or when we go to buy or sell a home together.